Mystery surrounds MDC Alliance leader Mr Nelson Chamisa's so-called diplomatic offensive in the region. He returned home at the weekend amid a deafening silence by the party on the countries visited, leaders he met or the kind of engagements he made outside the country. Last week the MDC Alliance said their president had embarked on a diplomatic charm offensive, claiming he would be seeking solidarity with other leaders in Africa. Officials from the party and those close to Mr. Chamisa refused to divulge the countries and leaders that he was set to meet, claiming that the hosts do not want to be known, a significant departure from what he has been known for, further raising eyebrows of the visit. However, it has since emerged that Mr. Chamisa was in Ghana where he met some charismatic church leaders and not political leaders as earlier claimed by the opposition party. Sources in the party said Mr. Chamisa made a big call on a renowned prophet in Accra. Yes, Mr. Chamisa was away and he traveled to Ghana. He did not brief many people in the party about the objective of the visit save to say he was going on a diplomatic offensive. We understand that he met one of renowned prophets in Ghana for spiritual guidance. As you know, our leader is a pastor. His mission had little to do with politics as initially touted, said the source. Another source said, "It is quite surprising that during his days outside the country we did not hear anything about the diplomatic meetings up until his return today. That leaves us really wondering if his mission had to do with diplomatic objectives or that was just used as a banter for an objective which had nothing to what we had been told." Other sources said Mr. Chamisa went to Ghana and attended a meeting of Regional Network for African Pastors. They said while it was true that Mr. Chamisa was in Ghana, it could not be verified if there was such a meeting, giving credence to the view that a renowned prophet in the West African country played host to the opposition leader. When contacted for comment, party spokesperson, Mr. Jacob Mayfield insisted that Mr. Chamisa held talks with leaders of different countries. Mr. Chamisa has also reportedly requested to meet South African President Cyril Ramaphosa during his forthcoming trip to Zimbabwe in a few weeks' time. Last week, MDC Alliance Director of Communication, Mr. Luke Tambarinyaka said his boss had gone on a diplomatic offensive. In its meeting on the sidelines of an African Union summit, SADC threw its weight behind President Mnangagwa and condemned the maintenance of sanctions against Harare.